Oh my God, we're almost at 2,000. Yes, Becca gave $10 and Anonymous gave $20. I like this song. Jolanda gave $20. Kim gave another $20 and another $20 from Anonymous. Drops of sugar, $5. Pat gave $10. Thank you so much. National Sensitivity for the children. These children need us. Can I get some more likes on the video? Yeah. How about this? Summer, if you were here, and I wish you were, this is what we would be listening to and dancing to. We would.
Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato,
hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, 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 potato. Oh spaghetti, oh spaghetti, oh spaghetti, oh spaghetti, oh spaghetti, oh spaghetti, 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 spaghetti.
Welcome, people. I hope everybody's doing well today. Happy Sunday. Yeah, that's it's pretty disgusting though. I mean, you know, I take some issue with that, to say the least, as far as what went on Friday on Summer's birthday. There were people who did nice things. There were people who did that. And a big shout out to my man Crude AF for calling them out yesterday. You know, some people were like, well, what's your problem? And, you know, why did they, you know, some people did nice things and blah, blah, blah. And he made a very, very clear point. His clear point was that these people used Summer's birthday, used this very special day, but not a happy day, to profit, to make money. And it's fucking gross. And yeah, I'm talking to you, Jays for Justice, too. People are like, what's your problem with Jays for Justice? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I've seen her do this ever since I started on YouTube. I mean, when I started on YouTube, I had this real bad habit. Of linking up with people who were doing shit wrong. And I'm not proud of that, but it took me being able to be around these people and to associate myself with them to see what shitty behavior looks like. And I even engaged in some of that. The moment that I did, the very moment that I did myself, I remember having that just epiphany and being like, I never, ever, ever want to be a part of this shit again. The very moment that I did one thing, I was like, I never want to be a part of this shit again. I am going to dedicate my channel to doing the right thing no matter what. She made 6K. MGL made 6K from super chats during that live. And she called it a fundraiser. Now, there are ways to do fundraisers. I've seen her actually do fundraisers the right way. I saw how people focusing on super chats or people focusing on donating. She had a thing set up. I don't know how you do it. I've never done it myself. But she had a thing as far as like you could click on it and it was strictly for St. Jude. And there's nothing wrong with donating to St. Jude. Absolutely nothing wrong at all. It's kids with cancer. It's great. You know, of course, donate. Sure. But Crude AF made a very, very good point yesterday when he was live. He made a very excellent point stating that she didn't do the St. Jude thing to do the right thing. She did it so she could butter up her audience to do that, what I just showed you. That is the only reason behind it. That is all she had in mind. So she could say, "Hey, I'm somebody who cares. Give me money because I'm somebody who cares." But yeah, I mean, you're gonna do what? You're going to you're gonna buy a cake and stuff your face with cake and put balloons up in your house when this child has and you're dancing and singing along to ridiculous music, shitty ridiculous music, and you're going to and you're going to do this when there are parents. Let me because I can't show that shit without pointing something else out real quick. Because this was designed for us to share out, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. When this family is struggling and dealing with their child missing, this is how this family is handling their child's birthday, who's now 6 years old, Summer Moon Utah Wells.
Exactly how much one of my 7 channels is currently earning. So as you see right over here on my
So, Father, thank you for every child that's just brought here. They're all blessings. They were all blessings to our family, and every family is missing them and longing for them. And I don't know the story of every child here. I don't know the story of every situation. But Father, you do. You know every hair on each one of these child's heads. You know where they're at. You know what's going on in every one of their lives. And we just pick all of them up, kind of raise them up to you, Father, and guide.
because the Wells family are so shitty, according to these idiots that exploit this child every day, right? Because they're such a horrible family, they decided to create a tribute video that is dedicated to all missing kids, not just their child, but all missing kids, because they hold empathy in their hearts for any other parents that are going through what they're going through.
Them. I'd love to see you bring them all home. And I know that's not always a reality. Sometimes you bring them home to you so you can protect them and watch them in your very presence. And that also gets glory because that's a miraculous thing too when you bring any of your child home. And that's what hope we have is get to come home and rest in you, Father. But thank you for these opportunities and just bringing this awareness because we can humbly come before you and just ask you to move in a mighty way in every one of these child's lives. And we want to see them come home. We want to celebrate that and give you the glory because we know that you're the one who brings them home. Just like the lost lamb, since you leave the 99 for the one, and just looking at all these children and all the people, it's all the hard work is going into trying to find these children. Everybody committed. Thank you for all those. Thank you for the heartbeat behind every person that's out here giving their time to try to bring these children home. Father, be with them in a mighty way. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
You know, I I wanted to be in a funny mood. Maybe I will be later. I don't know because we're gonna go over a few things today. But I'm mostly just annoyed and pissed off uh because of the when I have creators who are friends of mine texting me and going, "What the fuck is this?" Creators who are they're not involved in any of this stuff. They handle crime cases, they handle other cases, they handle other type of things, and they have a very large following. But I'm proud to call them friends. And for them to text me and be like, "What in the fuck am I looking at right now?" Um, it's bad. It's bad. Uh, looking at Molly Golightly's behavior and what she's been doing, and it's just sickening. Like there's nothing. It's nothing short of nauseating, if I'm being completely honest. Um, and Molly Golightly's been doing this since the Watts case. She's been exploiting victims and their families since the Watts case. She did it with the Cash Gernon case, and now she's doing it with the Summer Wells case, and she's still doing it. And I don't like the fact that you know, it's funny because her, JLR, and guys, at 3:30 Eastern today, Crude AF's going to go live. He's going to show you some JLR stuff, which I'm really looking forward to. So I'll be done by then, at least. But make sure to subscribe to Crude AF if you haven't already. But you know, it doesn't even seem to make a difference whether or not these four idiots get together and do these things, or they do them separately. It really doesn't seem to matter, because they're still doing it, because they're all self-serving pieces of shit, and they've decided, well, okay, well, maybe it's more profitable to do this on my own rather than do it with three other people. But nevertheless, their focus is mainly just profit. After calling what they're doing a nonprofit thing, which is pure, utter bullshit. But I've come across a new piece of shit. I focused on this person a little bit, but there's somebody else that has hit my radar and has absolutely and totally made my shit list. And we're going to go over this guy's shit right now. And you're going to see why this guy has absolutely made my shit list. And a lot of you are probably very familiar with him too.
Good evening. Thank you guys for being here. We do have a guest. She's in the back. She'll be here. You guys know her as Crime and Justice. Just going to get the nonchalant intro out of the way. Muppets, good to see you. Radio gods in the house. Guys, let me know if there's a problem with the mic.
It sure is,
It'll
Jerry.
be fixed in the next day or so, for sure. Thank you guys for letting me know yesterday. Yesterday was a great day. We got to celebrate Summer's life, and we had a great time doing it. A bunch of 30, 40, 50-year-old on.
Now you see,
watching cartoons together and having a great time. It was.
You see what he's saying here? We celebrated Summer's life. This is the cloak that these fucking assholes hide behind. Celebrating Summer's life. First of all, you didn't know her fucking life, because you're constantly spreading false information about her life. You're constantly spreading misinformation regarding her life based on hearsay, based on accusations, based on bullshit. Thank you, Caleb, for dropping Crude AF's link. These people are constantly doing this. And then they want to hide behind their shitty behavior by saying things like we're celebrating Summer's life. Motherfucker, you don't know her life. You clearly don't know her life, and you don't care about her life, because you're already dismissing her for dead, because you're accusing the family of doing something to their own child.
It's amazing. We should do that once a week to get our brains back to normal. Tiger Woods did it. Why can't we?
The fuck's he talking about?
Good to see you, Swampy's trophy wife. Hello, fam, in the house. Good to see you. Stars and Stripes. Crime and Justice is in chat, too. There's two of her. Aaron Frageau, good to see you.
And why does he fucking talk like that?
Vaughn, always great to hear from you and see from you. Kelly, yes. Live Lock No More, good to see you. Everybody.
Dude's got a lisp. He talks like this. He's like, it's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody. Suffering succotash.
A lot of stuff going on in the YouTube streets. JT's in the house. Great to see you, Lacey H. Always
I hate when people say YouTube streets.
Glad that you fixed your wrench, because I guess you changed your name, but I couldn't find the name, so I'm glad you're back as Lacey H. Just email me if that happens again. I don't know why it happens, but I guess it took away your wrench and stuff, and I apologize. Pamela, hello. Jen Yu's in the house. Benji, hello. Good to see you.
Yolanda RN, I'm glad you're here. Please. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it, and make the live take a hard left turn here, but make sure to email Cherry so we can get this situation sorted. Okay, I would really, really appreciate it because I feel really bad about that.
So tonight, we're going to talk about a few things. Sassy Granny's in the house. First of all, I have to tell you that. Emmy Lou, Tina, hello. Christina, right after Tina. We got Frazzled Mom. We got Tabmar 87. We got a lot of new people in here. Thank you guys for being here. Please hit the thumbs up.
And before I get into this, I want to acknowledge the fact that Donald Duck is in my chat right now. Donald Duck has been on this panel a couple of times. She's very active in my chat. She's very active in Crude AF's chat. She's very active in Burnt Toast chat. She's very sensible. She's very kind. And she respectfully, I don't have a clip of this, but more importantly, I don't have a redacted clip of this. But she was, with a kind heart, decided to confront Molly Golightly during her bullshit little birthday party that she was throwing, this farce of a display of behavior. And she decided, somebody in her chat decided to dox her because that's the kind of shitty people that listen to Molly Golightly. I just want to be clear. And did you, Donald Duck? Okay. But I want to be clear, and I want to reiterate a point that I've made many times, Crude AF's made many times, Burnt Toast has made many times, that when you dox somebody, it is a clear display of someone who lacks an argument. It is a clear display of someone who is a coward, who has no conviction behind anything that they're saying. And then they go to doxing. They resort to doxing and harassment. It's what they do. And some people are like, well, isn't calling these people out and dragging them, isn't that the same thing? You're profiting off of this. You know what? I have no fucking problem with that at all whatsoever. I have no moral reservations regarding confronting people like this and dragging their shit through the mud. I have no reservations about it whatsoever. I have no reservations about profiting off of it either, at all. Because if you're going to profit off of a missing child, I'm going to profit off of you and show the world that you're a piece of shit. And I have no problem doing that. So to act like I'm doing something wrong, what's wrong with exploiting the exploiting? Exactly, Caleb. Doxing is when the person runs out of intellect and ammunition. Absolutely. I have no issues with exploiting those who exploit the innocent. I have absolutely no problem exploiting the shitbags. If that's not something you agree with, this isn't the channel for you.
And the like button and the subscribe button, if you'd like. It helps the channel, it helps the algorithm. It helps keep these cases forefront, especially cases like this. These cases is kind of crazy. Kelly G's in the house. Thank you for being a member as well. Sissy's in the house. DJ Better, hello. Long time no see. Kelly G, hello. 45 Truth Seeker.
Now,
Take It Easy. One of my favorite country songs. Good to see you. Christy Blue, hello. Now we've caught up. Deb's here. I can introduce our guest. You guys know her as Crime and Justice, and I call her Crime and Justice. Besides her real name.
Now, what bugs me about this is
crazy on the.
Now I have Cherry record these things for me because this guy at one point last night took this down because he's also a fucking coward. So whoever this dude is, Doug, Slug, whatever the fuck his name is, he took this video down and then he put it back up. But out of fear of him taking it down while I was planning on being in mid dragging of his ass, I had Cherry record this so that, you know, he can't escape my clutches. But the issue is this is like 2.5 hours long, and I can't fucking figure out through Dropbox how to fast forward, and that's annoying me.
Matubi, how are you?
I can't fast forward it.
Great.
And
Can you hear
can't-
me good?
Yeah,
Is the mic okay?
It's really annoying. I can't even full
Okay, great.
screen this.
So tonight, the topic of talk is, what is this one, possibly two, that I'm going to go over with you tonight? Pieces of information we need to figure out and get answered. Not today's analysis. Yeah. First of all,
Right.
out of everybody in this case, we got a
All
ton
right,
of Dons.
I
don't even
figured
wanna
it
go through the
out.
list. We all know the Dons we've got in this case.
Hold on 1 second here. Are you guys getting audio on that? Let me know if you guys are getting audio on that. No audio. That's not going to work then. Yeah, I cannot figure out, guys. That's really annoying because I can only share audio. It only plays audio through Chrome tab, and that's really annoying. So we're just going to have to try this another way. All right. Hopefully this douchebag doesn't get, because I don't give a shit. I'll stay here all day if I have to. I'd prefer not to, but I'd like to be able to fast forward.
In the house, you guys, let me know if there's a problem with the mic. That'll be fixed in the next day or so. Something that Don did to them, Don the boys or somebody, right? Did that summer they would have found that when they came on the 16th, or they would have found out that Don and Candace have been fighting and they've both been doing drugs and drinking and smoking, which they have been doing. So they had everything in their system when they tested. These people were hiding something and trying to cohesively work together when they hate each other and on the way out. But Don.
Okay, now to be clear, again, to make the same fucking point I've been making over and over and over and over again, there is no evidence to indicate that these people did anything to their 6-year-old daughter, who was 5 at the time. They did anything to her or did anything to cover it up. In fact, again, there is evidence to the contrary. These people have passed lie detector tests. These people have given law enforcement all the cooperation that they could possibly give. These people are not acting in the slightest bit like any other parent that is responsible for their child's disappearance when it comes to these missing person cases. It is nothing of the sort.
Again, going back to the donkey, is the person they like to hang, like they want Don gone. I'm not gonna lie, it rhymes, it just works. We all want Don gone, right? We want him to eat green eggs and ham in the slam. We do.
So this guy is calling for Don Wells to go to jail. This is a guy who had Cam, and I didn't watch it, But I want to take a second, say, God bless Cam and Allie cracking cases, because they've done the most work when it comes to covering the Summer Wells case. They've done more work than anybody has done. They've proven that an abduction is absolutely possible. And they were kind enough to go on this piece of shit's channel and discuss what they've done. Because Cam and Allie just want to get along with everybody. Cracking Cases just wants to spread information, positive information. They want to spread accurate information. And they haven't, and then, you know, with the mindset, I'm assuming, with the mindset of, well, you know, I don't like this guy's channel so much and what he's been doing. Maybe I can educate his audience. But this guy obviously got nothing out of that, because this is last night and he's got whoever the fuck this person is, who he doesn't even let talk.
We want him to be in the clink, but we want Candace to pay the price for what she's done to anybody as well. And we don't want to keep speculating. We really want to know, but we really need to know who called who and why. Was it planned? If Hunter called Candace, it just...
All right, let me clear up what the fuck's going on the chat real quick. TBI said no evidence of abduction. They also said no evidence of that she wandered off. They also said no evidence of foul play. So TBI is basically saying we don't fucking know yet. So stop fucking speculating. And stop fucking speculating at the expense of parents who have a 6-year-old missing child. Morons. Cut it out. Stop it.
To me, it doesn't seem like he would have been up that time or that early that morning on a Tuesday morning when he's out of school. June 15th, I believe they were out of school. If somebody could check that, I believe he actually went, was he homeschooled or was he at a continuation? I don't even remember at this point.
Because you don't fucking know in the first place,
they would
idiot.
have been out of school in June because school didn't start back for them until August.
Right. So my
School
kids
gets
get
out
out
in-
in June. My kids out here get out in June. So I'd have to check when they get out.
Tennessee school gets out the last week of May, and you don't go back until August.
Yeah, I mean, out where I live, they separate LA County from Ventura County because they don't want all the kids getting out at once because it's dangerous to have everybody out and not doing anything, and some parents are gone. So what they do is they actually we start 2 weeks later, and every year it switches off. So whoever starts 2 weeks later, they get out earlier, right? 2 weeks earlier, and then the other they get out, 2 weeks later. So it's not as many people to get into trouble, right? And to do too many negative things. Thank you, Mr. Grover. I appreciate you. Glad to be here. So depressed, don't be depressed. We love you here. You're here every night. I come on for people like you, and I come on for people like me. Like, I need you guys like you guys need me. We're family. We make a good team, right? All of us.
Somebody's asking who this other person is. Some fucking, dime store fucking YouTube name of true crime. That obviously she has no fucking information because she's just sitting up there listening to this asshole talk and not contributing a goddamn thing to the whole conversation.
We stick together. We don't let this nonsense that's going on affect us. We keep our heads down. We joke it off. We laugh about it. Expose the things we need to, and we stay about these cases, right? People can't beat that, right? You can't beat a little bit of drama sometimes, and I don't want it.
Let me address Joe
sometimes
Smith's
you gotta answer
comment
some
here.
things to
Okay,
defend.
Joe Smith. There are no signs of abduction necessarily. There are no signs. That's the whole point of all of this. There's no signs of anything yet. We don't have any evidence of anything. But there is possibility of abduction because the parents believe that it happened, and Cam and Allie, cracking cases, have been on that property and shown multiple possibilities, multiple ways that people could have gotten on that property and taken Summer without a trace. They showed footprints. Somebody could have absolutely gotten on that property. There's proof of this. All you have to do is watch Kraken Case's videos on this. They've been on the property. They took video. They showed the video, and they went over it.
And yourself and get it done with, and handle it amicably and articulately, right? So you don't have to deal with these people saying.
I love when people can't pronounce the word articulate. It's funny as shit to me. This guy's a fucking idiot. And on top of that, as far as as far as what Kraken Cases did, you know, is it proof that she was taken? No. All they did was show that it was possible. Because the argument from idiots like this asshole, the argument is it's impossible. There's no way. The parents had to have something to do with it. And it's always going back to the same bullshit, right? It's always going back to the same bullshit of, oh, well, you know, statistically, you know, it's usually somebody like the parents or the spouse, you know, so going by the statistics, then, you know, we have to go by that because we don't have anything else. Well, you do have something else. Because the thing is if you have a decent heart, if you have a decent soul, then what you do is you empathize with the people who are likely missing this person more than anyone else. The ones suffering from this more than anyone else. And it is not your place to dictate how they deal with their grief. It is not your fucking business. And it's not your fucking place. So shut the fuck up.
Oh, well, he was drunk or he's high or these are the go-tos, right? That's the people usually saying that are the ones that are doing that. So you guys be cautious who you believe on what they say. You guys take your opinion on whatever you want. I know where I stand with you guys, at least the majority of you guys, and you guys know where Grandpa stands with us. He calls every night at this time. Grandpa, what's going on? We're just waiting for you. Yeah. I did call my kid. I did wash my hands.
I went bowling.
You went bowling?
Yeah.
How'd you do?
What the fuck is this?
We're good. Well, don't forget to wash your balls. Yeah, you gotta wax. You gotta wax them too at the bowling alley. At least once every 6 months, I wax my ball.
Me too.
This guy's a
I keep
fucking
waxing
moron,
your ball,
dude.
buddy, and call me tomorrow.
Okay. No.
You can call me tomorrow.
She had on the blue tank top and the red shorts that she wore until they rotted off her.
I am.
Why doesn't every home in the US have solar panels? The number one reason is not about sunlight, weather.
Still trying to get over that side boob. That, you know, since that day, I have not been able to stare completely at side boob. I'm like, okay. But I'm Doug. My name is Doug. Like, I mean, how long can you just go like, you know, you call me your boy Blue, or just call me Spackmater. Call me Spackmater. I'll take you out. You know what I mean? But like, it's so confusing. Oh, there's Winston number 2, the kitty cat's in the house. The girlfriend, I'm sorry, it says the girlfriend's mom perhaps dropped him off at the doctor's appointment and then they went wherever, or they stayed with him. I mean, he's obviously going to need somebody. I mean, does he have his medical card on him? Does he know how to do that? Hunter doesn't seem like he knows anything besides going into your trash on your phone and checking for drug dealers' receipts to see if it's done now.
Right. Because this 15-year-old kid is so fucking resourceful that he's not resourceful at all. But this guy's justification is that this kid can't do jack shit except look into somebody's phone and then find receipts that are related to a fucking crime, right? Shut the fuck up, dude.
Right? What the hell does that even come into play at this point? It's 15th, June 15th. I'm going with that. I have faith in that, right? I mean, yeah, it looks like it could have happened on the 14th or something could have happened, but somebody apparently saw Summer on the 15th. We just don't have her on cameras that I'm aware of. Hunter says that she was alive and she changed in his house, the bathing suit, and and then Candace says, well, yeah, I changed her at the house. I told the boys I'll be right back in like 10, 15 minutes to get the prescription, but then disappear for a few hours with an underage kid. And Summer, at that point of whether you picked her up after you dropped off the prescription, after you did Grandis's thing, and after you grabbed Hunter, and you picked her up later morning.
Robert Lane, I agree.
I just trying to put together.
Robert Lane, I agree. She's just sitting there all fucking ominous and not contributing a fucking thing except rosacea. Like that's all she's fucking doing.
If she was with you and you're at the hospital waiting for your mom, your priorities is to get your mom and get your daughter home to where your kids are. It's not to get Hunter. Why would you call him while you're waiting for your mom with Summer? You wouldn't.
The only thing unless they were planning on going to the store and she knew she didn't want to take
out of
Summer
nowhere. She went at 8 a.m. to drop, or she got there at 8 a.m. to drop Candy Hair off at the ER. That means that between,
like, is she wearing a fucking do-rag? What the fuck is with this lady?
(8:15 to 8:30), she's or Hunter's calling her. Again, 15-year-old on a Tuesday. Summer just started. It doesn't make sense. He doesn't seem like he's an early riser. He doesn't.
They're taking her mom to the ER. That doesn't seem like, that's not going to be a planned out trip. So
who called who and why, right? There will tell us a lot too. Like if we find out why.
The speculation from these people are fucking, like, it's not even like it's so stupid that I can't even counter it. Like I refuse to even like work the muscles in my brain or turn the wheels in my brain to counter the shit that they're saying, because he's sitting there with somebody on his panel who decided to wear a wig and start the process of wearing a wig and then was like, you know what? Fuck the wig. She was about to put on a wig because she was going to be live. And then she was like, you know what? Let me do the halfway thing when it comes to wearing a wig. I'll just put on the fucking do-rag that you wear under it without putting the wig on. That's what I'm going to do. You know, this is my thinking cap.
She had Summer with her. What will be the point of that? Because they said Hunter was never back at the house on Ben Hill, which means if Candace called and she had Summer and went and got Hunter, came back and got Grandis, dropped the prescription off, they would have to go back to the house to tell the boys, we'll be right back to pick up the prescription that we just dropped off. And they would have Hunter, Summer, Candy Hair, and Candace Bly, right? And maybe see that in the drive-through. I'm not sure. But if that wasn't the case, then we have Candace Hair, Candy Bly Wells at the hospital in the morning. And then, like Candace says, Hunter called and he says, what are you doing? She said, I'm just sitting here waiting for mom. She never says, I'm sitting here with Summer waiting for mom. She never brings up Summer, therefore leading me to believe.
Because it's fucking assumed, you jackass. It's fucking assumed. She's a 6-year-old kid. Of course she's with her. Why does she have to specify every detail to a 15-year-old little jackass? Why?
If my suspicions are correct, that Summer didn't leave the house at 8 a.m. She slept in with the boys like Candace said she would and everybody else. And that Candace...
Because listen, if my spouse is at work, okay? My spouse is at work and I'm indicating that I'm at the ER with the other adult that's not at work, then it's assumed that the small child who can't watch herself is with her. It's assumed. Because if that 15-year-old little shithead tells me, hey, hold on. Sorry. I know I missed a couple super chats, guys. I apologize. Sorry, I was in the middle of but I appreciate all the super chats I've gotten. Let me address this one because I don't want to continue being a dick. Expose the grift, using SA victims to do his work. It's sad. He told me I bashed him. He doesn't know attack warrior bash. I could go beast mode. I haven't done anything. I'm waiting. Oh, I haven't even started on this asshole yet. I look forward to that. Because I haven't even started on this asshole yet. But listen, it's dude, if some 15-year-old little punk kid asks me, well, where is Summer? I'm going to be sarcastic as fuck. And I'm going to be like, oh, I fucking dropped her off on the street. What do you think she is? She's with me, jackass. Where do you think? So for this asshole to speculate on the fact that Candace never said anything like, oh, well, Summer's actually with me. It's assumed, man. It's fucking assumed. Blood Bunny Benny Keys looking ass. What's up, dude? And I was watching something else. What's with this Ernie motherfucker? I want to know more about this Ernie dude. Benny. I want to know more about this Ernie dude. I was looking into a little bit of that earlier. I want to know more about this guy. Because I haven't formed my opinion yet on this because I don't have enough information. But I want to know what's up with this guy.
Bly and Candace Wells left. I'm sorry, Candace Bly Wells left and Candy Hare left in the morning. Without Summer, Candy Hare gets dropped off. She goes and gets Hunter. Again, they have alone time. They could go pick up different items. They don't need Candy Hare while they're waiting for her. They can go pick up the drugs, the alcohol, have a riot. Again, who's on the CCTV?
Right?
What digital evidence?
Drugs and alcohol. Picking up drugs and alcohol. First of all, they were picking up a goddamn fucking prescription for the grandmother. All right? And it's never been proven because this 15-year-old kid claims, while looking at approval from his mom that clearly is coaching him while he's being interviewed, claims that he was bought a twisted tea by Candace. And to say drugs and alcohol implies that they're out there buying, they're out there going out to a trap house and then buying a case of beer, you know, when no, the only thing that's even in question is whether or not she bought one 12-ounce or 16-ounce can of twisted tea. Kelly Zimmer, welcome. One 12 or 16-ounce can of twisted tea, and that is still not proven because Candace denies buying it. And she stands by that. Okay, is that drugs or alcohol? Ryan Evans? Is that drugs or alcohol? No. Now, I'm not justifying it. You should not be buying a minor a vape, okay? I'm not justifying that. But I also do kind of more or less, I do kind of understand more or less that some people, I don't agree with it, but some people consider a vape to be a a not so dangerous alternative to smoking. So that's what they justify in their mind, that okay, well, it's vaping, it's not smoking. But me, I think it's possibly worse. Personally, I've heard that now my thing is every time I've ever vaped, I cough like crazy. So to me, that can't be the better alternative to actually smoking. And my whole thing with vaping is it has not been around long enough to know what the long-term effects of it can be. So I'm not taking my chances with that. I'll stick to my cigarettes. I know what the risks are, and I'll quit eventually. But at least I know what I'm getting into when it comes to cigarettes. I'm not proud of the fact that I smoke. I don't like the fact that I smoke, but at the same time, you know, when I see a man vaping, I'm like, dude, really? You know, like I see a grown man vaping and I'm like, come on, man. I have heard that vaping can cause cervical cancer in men, just so you know.
Has anybody seen, besides hearsay, nothing? Who's seen the 911 call? Well, you've seen one, but you didn't see the one.
No.
Who was on the one? I would love to know who's on the one 911 call, because Candy Hair seems to be the 911 caller all the time. Maybe her phone only works. So Don and Candace are fighting on the 19th. Apparently there's a safe word that if somebody says the safe word, then Candy Hair, Candace Fly will call the cops. Otherwise, they just don't call the cops. Like there'll be enough domestic violence or enough N-words or enough fighting or enough making up or whatever you want to call it.
You see what
But
this guy
until the
does?
safe word is used, like
why the fuck's he talking about safe words? First of all, the fuck is that? First of all, why is he talking about safe words? And why is the N-word brought up? What is he talking about as far as the N-word goes? Why is that brought up here? Like he's throwing in little jabs. He's throwing in little subliminal points to get people to think a certain way. He's a manipulative little shit, this guy, whoever the fuck he is. Like every time I've listened to this guy, I fantasize about putting my fucking hand around his throat.
I don't know. Candace's would be like mullet or something. I don't know what her safe would
Right.
be. Candace and Candace both have mullets, but that's what I would go with. Or Joe Dirt or something. But I would have to say, like, there's weird if they're plotting with safe words, right? That means that they have a plan that if something really gets crazy, here's our secret communication that Don won't know. Don, you don't, I mean, you can barely speak English. You only speak Spackle.
Okay,
so I don't think you even understand.
See, this guy's so inconsistent because here he is talking about something that Don wouldn't know about, right? They're keeping all of this from Don. But at the same time, on the other side of his fucking mouth, he likes to imply that Don had something to do with covering up whatever happened to Summer. So make up your fucking mind, douchebag. Make up your mind. Which one is it? Which one is it? Because the fact of the matter is, people, based on this guy's behavior, he doesn't even believe in anything that he's saying. He's just spreading shitty information. He's spreading rumors. He's spreading lies. And he's profiting off of it. Oh, I have no doubt in my mind. Let me see. Blood Money Benny Keys. Please let Don know that Justice Janine that hangs out with MGL and I believe Ziggy is saying she will be at Don's hearing tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, you know, one thing has nothing to do with the other, man. Why the fuck does this man's DUI have anything to do with his daughter's disappearance? Like, I really hope these motherfuckers get arrested. Like, I would love for these people to walk into a place that's full of cops where these cops go, hey, thanks for coming. Put your hands behind your back, please. I would absolutely love that shit.
Saying because you're too high or drunk all the time. You and your R&R should just rest and relax, or maybe just retreat and rail it up. Do a line and get the hell out. Right? Yeah, do your last line ever and get the hell out of there. Rail it out of there.
Exactly.
High speed out, right?
Take the R&R and run.
Be the Jose situation, right? Candy Hair called.
Mm-hmm.
She called Don, told him Jose was there. Guess what? Then the cops got called. Candace Hair, again, mastermind.
Yep.
Right? And then,
Yeah.
again,
Sorry.
Jose doesn't want to be with Candy.
Let me explain something here. Candace, and this is not to insult her, but she's not a mastermind. Okay? None of the people involved in this case are masterminds. Nobody.
Hair. So she calls Don and says,
This dickhead is certainly not a mastermind.
your wife is sleeping with the guy I wanted to give my mullet to. Right?
Yeah,
Candy
like
Hair's
all
pissed 'cause
he's
she doesn't want
doing,
Bill, the guy who gets drunk, right? Who comes over after he fights with his wife and hangs out with her.
all
She
he's
doesn't
doing
want
is
Bill,
taking
she wants
cheap
Jose.
shots. That's all he's doing.
Candy
He's not
Hair
sharing.
and Candy Bly just don't care about each other or their morals. They'll just back each other. So Candy Bly will be like, Jose likes chicks with dicks. I'll take him. And then all of a sudden, Allie, and then Allie and her break up. Fight happens. Cops are called. Don throws a beer bottle. Candy Hair's behind it laughing. Again, there's a motive. It's a motive to get Don out, right? Again,
What?
maybe Don feels like, she's going to get gone every day when I leave because this is what I'm told. And now I know who I'm dealing with.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So now somehow you're saying that Summer's disappearance had something to do with a motive to get Don out of the picture? Where the fuck is this guy's logic coming from? This dude, like what does he do? Does he take a fucking dump and make little pills that think are going to make him smarter? That's what he does. He takes little shit pills. That's what he does. Shit pills to make him smarter. Is that's what he's running on? Shit pills. That's my theory on this guy. Is he eats his own shit because he thinks it makes him smarter. That's what I think is going on.
The person with the mentality of a 14-year-old who gives 15-year-olds drugs, alcohol, or whatever they want. Hopefully, it wasn't the nanny.
Yeah, and
I'm
What
not talking
nanny?
about
What
I'm not
fucking
talking
nanny?
about Princess. I'm talking about the nanny. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Diamond Dallas Page, one of my favorite wrestlers.
Oh, okay. So what he's implying here is that Candace and Hunter had some sort of inappropriate relationship, which again, there's absolutely no evidence of. Hunter hasn't even claimed this. This 15-year-old kid hasn't even claimed this. You don't think that this little dipshit in all of his dumb little fucking things that he's been saying, you don't think that he would make himself out to be a little victim and claim that he had this inappropriate relationship with Candace? You don't think that that would have came out?
But that's his
And this
insignia.
last time,
That is.
Grandis is the one that called the cops then too.
I mean, just think about motive, right? We don't have a real motive for Summer besides DPSS or CPS, right?
Yeah.
Why would and
There's no motive. There's no motive. So you hear this idiot fucking admit the fact that there's no motive. People, the trifecta of motives in crime cases: drugs, money, infidelity. That is the trifecta of motive in crime cases: drugs, money, infidelity. No evidence of any of these things regarding Summer's case.
they were going to check her internally and check the boys, check the house.
Now, I'm not saying that again, do I suspect that there's substance abuse going on? To a certain degree, sure. But I don't suspect it to be at a level to where they would actually do something to their own child over it. Not in the slightest bit. There's no evidence to indicate that substance abuse would have anything to do with what happened to Summer. There's no evidence to indicate that at all.
house, and yada yada yada. But they also had a prior CPS case that nobody's talking about because it's an underage case. Hunter's dad says there's an open case. He gave me an email saying he told me the truth, and I posted it about a month ago. And he said, "You're the first one to know." And he said, "There's an open case between Candace and Hunter." So I first thought that there's a possibility for the 16th that it wasn't for the Wells. But guess what, people? That 16th court date was for the whole Wells family. The one for Hunter and Candace, well, that was the first one. There was two that I know of. There might be more. I mean, it seems like domestic and child abuse is the way to go.
Alyssa Jett,
property, as long as you got 8.
Alyssa Jett, you don't have enough information to make that assumption, to say it seems most likely. There's not enough information to indicate or to determine what is most likely or what is not most likely. I'm not even saying an abduction is most likely. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for you to sit here and make that type of speculation in my chat, it's irresponsible. You're not a sleuth unless you're a detective who's working the case. Well, then it's inappropriate for you to make an assumption like that in my chat. I'm sorry, but it is. Manslaughter seems more likely to you. Why? And I don't have time to sit here and peel the onion back to get you to the point to where you go, well, shit, I guess I don't have enough information. Because I've done that 100 times with everybody who fucking brings this shit up at me. Every time. And it's getting old.
18 dogs, 4 cats, a Nazi flag, and a pole that goes down to the dungeon. You're allowed to do whatever you want to anybody and own a school bus that you'll never drive because you've never been to school. The only reason why Don would walk his kids to school with Candace is because they would all be in the same fucking grade.
Right?
Yeah. Hopefully it's Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Because, well, I can't even beat that show. Let's just go Are You Smarter Than like a 3rd grader or pre-K or daycare baby, Don? Like, honestly, you said what's 2 apples plus 4 oranges? Spackle.
So this guy, all he's doing at this point, right? He's not even speculating. He's not even speculating at this point. What he's doing is taking cheap jabs at parents of a missing child. That's all he's doing.
What? No, that's incorrect. Oh, I think you're wrong.
And his cheap jabs don't even make sense. His cheap jabs don't even fucking make sense because you're sitting here and you're acting like these people did something to their own child, and you're implying that they did something to their own child and they covered it up while taking jabs at their lack of intelligence. So tell me, fucking Sherlock, how is it that these people who are as dumb as you're making them out to be committed the perfect crime and have been able to cover it up for 8 months? Please.
Don't break your fucking chalk, you fucking bitch. Right? Don, everyone's wrong. Don's right. The spackle is what it's all about.
Spackle's the answer, or the number 7.
And then look, we got 7s everywhere. We got 7-day Adventist. We got February 7th. We got half of 14 is 7. I mean,
7 alibis.
Don's favorite age of a girlfriend, 7. I mean, everything makes sense.
Right?
I know that was over the line, but fun.
That was a little much, but you know.
I was off. It was 5. It wasn't 7. I'm just saying. I gave it to. Right? Oh, great! You got a honey bun and Pop-Tarts in your lunchbox. Okay, great. Let's go, kids. Get the boss. Right? You know, we got so many predators in this case on top of suspects. They're predators and suspects. So we got to find out, did Candace and Hunter get down like James Brown? Because that's also going to tell with it.
Dude, this guy's thoughts are going all over the place. This guy is clearly a drunken fucking buffoon. Okay. And I'm not faulting people if they drink. You know what I'm saying? I like to drink my oak leaf once in a while. You know what I mean? I like that. But I'm not going to sit here and go on here and start talking about somebody's life when they have a missing child. You know, I'm not going to sit here and talk about somebody's fucking life and start making speculations and start making accusations, crazy fucking accusations. This guy is sitting here and basically accusing Candace of having an inappropriate relationship with a 15-year-old boy.
Or does he know where Summer is? If not, I think he was just used as the decoy and as the person to script the story, just like Don and this other creator gets on and does a question and answer to try to persuade people to thinking like, listen, they're good people and they're innocent. And you can't judge them. No, we can't judge them on Summerwell's case. You're right. I'll give that to you, BK. And Don Wells and Candace.
I love that comment. Let me address this comment. I love this. So Karma Camille says, unfortunately, his audience doesn't care about facts. They want to be told what to think. Right. They want to be told to think. What does that say about the creator? What does that say about the creator? Because when you are a creator who actually wants people to think objectively, to think critically, when you are actually this kind of creator, you welcome that in your chat. Okay? I suspect, I'm going to go out on a limb here, guys, because I've got a chat full of women. Okay? My demographic is literally 90% women between the ages of 30 and 50. Okay? 90%. All right? This dude has got micro dick. I have no doubt in my fucking mind that this dude has insecurities so deep about his little micro dick that it makes him feel so much bigger to have Rosie Rosacea on his fucking chat that he gets to talk at, who doesn't get a word in edgewise, right? And a whole chat with no fucking brain collectively to make one up. That's totally my theory. And it's a sound theory. I promise you it's a sound theory. And it doesn't take a psychologist to know it. This dude has micro dick. Clearly has micro dick. Clearly has micro dick. And he's so insecure about it that he self-medicates and talks out of his ass constantly in front of an audience and attracts an audience who can't fucking put a thought together between the thousands of them.
We can speculate on how we feel, but I can judge the fuck out of you for what you've done in your past.
Listen to the tone in his voice. The tone in his voice screams micro dick. The tone in his voice sounds like his balls are up to his pelvis. That's what he talks like. He talks like like his balls are up into his pelvis. That's where they are. My balls are in my pelvis, people.
Exactly.
Piece of trash. Candace, you too.
Yep.
I second that. Candy hair. Where's Rosemary Bly? Because I hope you too realize the rest of your short years are left.
That's her sister, asshole. And she's been missing since she was basically a kid. So, like, I mean, dude, I don't know, man. I'd be pissed at the world, bro. I'd be pissed at the world if every time that I jerked off, my hand would slip off because I couldn't get a good grip because it was the size of, you know, I'd be mad that I've had these big hands and I can't find in my big hand what to put into it and I can't even get myself off. I'd be mad at the world, bro. I would be. I'm not even trying to lie. I almost feel sorry for the guy. But I mean, you have to come to terms at some point in your life. You have to come to terms that your dick is tiny, okay? And that you're just going to have to learn to manage this and manage this thought process that your dick is tiny and that you have to deal with life and not let yourself take this fact of yourself out on the world, bro. You got to figure this out, okay? Get a big truck. That's what most people do. Just drive a big truck, jack the wheels up. You know what I mean? Get a souped up engine in it, drive real fast, pass people everywhere you go. Be your typical micro dick guy. Don't fucking start a YouTube channel. Like, be your typical micro penis guy. Okay? Like, this guy's basically pulling a Hitler. Because Hitler, it's said that he had micro penis. And so what did he do? He started talking in front of a whole mess of people. He was a mediocre soldier, wasn't much of a painter. You know what I mean? He didn't do much, you know? And he just started, he started targeting certain groups of people because he was angry. Angry at the world because the world cursed him with a tiny pecker. That's not my fault, bro. That's not Don's fault that your dick is tiny, dude. It's not Candace's fault that your dick is tiny, dude. It's nobody's fault. It's not even your fault, my man. Get somebody who's going to love you and hold you close. That's what you do. You get somebody who's going to love you and hold you close and say, it's okay, micro dick. It's okay. Pet you. You know what I mean? That's what you do. Okay? It's okay. It's totally okay. It's not a crime to have a small dick, bro. It's a crime how you choose to deal with it, though. Just saying. Right? Bird Toast, what's up? It's, yeah, little baby carrot. Little baby carrot dick. I mean, dude, some women think it's adorable. You might even find a woman with a micro vag. It might happen. It's probably not likely. You know what I'm saying? It's probably not likely. Because you'd have to get somebody who's really, really thin in stature, and small in stature and really thin. Because, if you've got too much space of mass that's obstructing your entrance, okay? When you got a micro dick, dude, what I would suggest is aim for the clitoris. That's what I would do. Just aim for the clitoris. Don't even worry about penetration. Just aim for the clitoris, and then you might actually get something done. Okay? And this way, now you feel like you're actually getting something done. Now you don't feel the need to actually sit here and trash people on your channel who get a bunch of brainless fucking morons to listen to what you say and lift you up. I don't know, and I'm not trying to brag or nothing. I don't know what it's like to have micro penis. I'm just speculating. I'm exploring what the possible options might be for somebody with micro dick. I'm just exploring. I don't know. Just, this is as far as I'm going to go as far as talking you through it. Don't call me and ask me for advice because I don't know what to tell you. I haven't been there. I don't know. Maybe there's a support group. I'm wondering. Maybe there's got to be a support group for micro dicks. There's got to be, right? They get together on a Tuesday night in a church, maybe. You know what I mean? And they tell stories about how their micro dicks have affected their lives in negative ways. Maybe. Doug? You haven't shared in a while. Would you like to share? Would you like to share this week? I'd really like to hear from you. Doug, let's hear from you, Doug. I'd really like for you to share this time. Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I just got this case that I'm talking about on my YouTube channel, and it's just, this couple, and they're horrible people. Well, how do you know they're horrible people? Well, I mean, they did something to their child. They just had to. Are you sure that has nothing to do with your shortcomings? Are you sure that has nothing to do with your shortcomings? I mean, you're in a safe place, Doug. You can share. You can share.
I mean, between repotting 2 cactuses and smoking 18 packs of cigarettes a day, and having like a bad knee, you should stay off your knees. You should just leave, or tell on Don. You all are just. I told myself I wasn't going to go here and I'm not bashing these people, but I don't have an obligation to a creator who actually wants to be around these suspects. I'm not an Abercrap. I advocate for the boys and Summer right now until we find out differently if the boys, in fact, or any of them have anything to do with anything. If the accident theory plays in.
Dude, the ads that I skip through, all right? The ads that I skip through when I watch porn, like, this dude's not skipping through them. He's like pulling out his card, putting the card number in. Is this maybe this one will work? Maybe this one will finally get me to be a stud. Finally. As long as the ad is good enough, you know what I mean? As long as the ad is a selling point, he's buying that product. That dude, he's got a drawer full of pumps. He's got everything known to man that's going to get him, he's taken every pill. He's tried every single. No, Betty, of course I don't pay premium. Come on, man. Porn's abundant, please. I know what you're thinking. Sex work is work, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I have one person that I am subscribed to on OnlyFans because she's just, she's amazing. And she actually agreed to be on this panel at one point, but we'll see if that actually happens. But I invited her on here because she's fucking hilarious. One of these days, maybe on Patreon, what I'll do is I'll actually go over some of her YouTube videos because she's hilarious. She's awesome. But I appreciate Betty, but no thanks. But this dude, yeah, this dude most definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, has serious insecurity issues. It's clear. It is clear.
We're gonna have to wonder why Summer wasn't taken to the hospital right away, or they just wouldn't complain about it. Is there more to it? Is there
or maybe Summer wasn't taken to the hospital right away because there was no reason to fucking take her to the fucking hospital, you fucking idiot. Did this guy go to his mom? That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if this guy went to his mom when he was I don't know, 17, right? Probably already in the throes of puberty, right? And at 17, went to his mom and went, "Mom, should this have gotten bigger by now? Because I don't dress out for gym in the locker room because there's dudes stepping on themselves, and I this thing is Like I have to sing to it for it to come out. You know? Like I have to sing Debbie Gibson songs for it to come out. Mom, please. Like help. Can you imagine how traumatizing that must be for your mom to have to explain to you, you know, God just makes us all a certain way, honey. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine what that must be like? Like that's got to be traumatizing. That's got to be traumatizing. That every time this dude has to masturbate, he has to sing, "Ooh, only in my dreams, as real as it may seem, it was only in my dreams." Oh man, that's horrible, bro. Dude, that's got to be bad, bro. That he's crying Debbie Gibson songs to his dick just to get it to come out. It's horrible, bro.
Internal injuries, external injuries. Is there stuff going on? CPS is coming. Like, there's too much stuff going on to be like, no, CPS isn't the issue, or no, the dog's not being there is an issue, or no, that door not being locked is an issue, or no, Hunter not being on a towel or pillow is normal, or Summer not being on the pillow but being told that she is on one and not in a booster. That just seems to be fine. Not seeing groceries or Sonic cups for the kids, or any inclination they actually had stuff for them. It could have been an old Sonic cup. I'd have to see the digital TV or if they have that. But this is all red trucks, the blue Blazers. It's all to screw us up. The question and answers, the protecting of the suspect by making
this guy's making
for them,
zero sense.
Like got to do due process.
He's not making any sense at all whatsoever.
Who actually are career criminals and deserve to be behind bars.
What kind
because they're a detriment to us, our society, and our kids.
What does anybody that listens to this guy? What's going on with them? There's a fucking ocean of people that can't fucking process thought that listen to this guy and subscribe to this guy. It's crazy. It's a phenomenon, dude. It's the same shit with Molly Golightly. I don't understand that shit either. They listen to her and then they're like, let me give you money too. It's like, wait, what? What?
That you need to recheck yourself. You need to look in the mirror and find out why you like the Wells. Are you a supporter
need to look
of
in the mirror and find your dick?
TV and a bunch of debauchery that's preventing us from finding the kids. Donnie was taken by the Mexican cartel and the Jezebels and
absolutely, Donnie.
Seriously. Why the hell are you supporting wanting to think he's a celebrity, Don? You need celebrity rehab. And by the way, you're infamous. You're not famous. By the time you get to jail, your ass already has a number on it because of what you've done to kids. You are good as dead, Don.
Exactly.
Oh, that's nice. So now we're what, threatening now? Now we're wishing death on people based on zero information. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, dude. It's okay, bro. Like you gotta find, like I said, man. Just get a big fucking truck, like any normal micro dick dude. Just get a big truck, dude. Jesus fucking Christ, he probably already has one for all I know. But like that's all you got to do. Just get a big truck, dude.
How it is. If you didn't think I was right before, I'm going to give you your last chance. Don, tell on Candace. Candace, you better be ready for Don to tell on you. Candy Hair, I hope your dumb ass goes down too, because you're useless and a waste of space. And you should go.
If anything happened, I'm at this point now. Now I don't have enough information, okay? Because I don't know what happened. I'm not claiming to know what happened. I'm not even claiming to theorize what happened. I would never do that because it's irresponsible based on the lack of information that we have regarding this case. But I'm already after 8 months almost, I'm already to the point to where I am leaning towards they didn't do anything. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Because somebody would have rolled on somebody by now. The way that the way that this couple fights, the way that Don and Candace argue with each other, okay, in the heat of anger at some point, one of them would have rolled on the other. I mean, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. I'm just not buying it. The more time that goes by, the less I think that something happened to this child at the hands of her parents, either one of her parents. Robin Lane, appreciate that. Thank you so much. This chat has been so worth it. Like, I love my chat, man. You guys are amazing. That's why I do this. Kick it with you guys.
Go find a place to put your trailer. You know, maybe on Billy's property, he can afford you. You know, see if his wife just get sister wife, go to Utah with Don. I mean, screw it. Who cares? At this point, Tennessee hates you guys, right? None of them are from Tennessee, right? They came from Kentucky. I'm sorry, Wisconsin and Utah.
Yeah.
You guys aren't natives. Don's like, I'm an island boy. I wear my spackle nice. I like hamburgers too. Like, you're just as stupid as the island boys in real life.
Everybody in Tennessee is sick of y'all. Y'all need to just go turn yourselves in, tell on each other, whatever you've got to do, but we're sick of you.
Yeah, and you know what? The only reason why I worried about the gun thing, because if you killed your guys selves, like murder suicide, we would never find Summer. To be honest with you, I don't care if you guys do a duel, right? And you shoot black powder bullets at each other or flare guns or.
Thank you, Kamikaze Kate. Appreciate that. Agree with you all.
Water balloons or thumb wars. I don't care. You guys just walk away and go. Don't even look back. Candace, just take the house. Don, your house sucks anyway. It's going to fall over if there's a next storm coming soon.
What?
Right.
Also takes one good stiff freeze.
Oh, by the way, Don, your daughter's birthday was yesterday. I didn't know. I didn't see really anything besides somebody else posting something on your stupid website.
Just so you know, those of you who just joined me, I actually played the tribute video that Don put on his official page. I played that as a tribute to Summer. So those of you who are just joining, this guy's talking completely out of his fucking ass again, as usual, like he's been doing nonstop this entire fucking time. And they actually made a very beautiful video. And what was the most beautiful about that video, for those of you who are just joining us, what was the most beautiful about that video was that it was focused on as many missing kids as they could fit in there. They shared information on multiple missing children, not just Summer. Because they're such cold, shitty people, right? Fucking moron.
And also your stupid YouTube channel. I mean, not your website. If anything about finding Summer Wells on that website is good, then I'll support the website, except the donation part. And I won't accept your apology to anybody or your apology for finding Summer, because you never once begged for your daughter, Don, not since day one. Matter of fact, I got pissed off at you and said, I'll beg for your daughter for you because you have no goal. And I did that on my live stream, you piece of trash.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you actually admitted to Candace, to us, that say, yeah, it's a good possibility that Candace could have done something to Summer. But yet you don't tell anybody else that you go to the news, you say she was abducted, yada, yada, yada. That Dudley has her, that Jose is a guy of interest, the bikers, right? The Jezebel.
Exactly.
The Saskatchewans, the aliens. What the hell is next? I mean, you told me I took her. You told Josh you took her. Matter of fact, you told everybody.
No, what he says, it was probably a piece of shit like you that took her. That's what he says. That's what I heard him say to Cher, which is another one right there. Like this fucking idiot goes on Crude AF's chat. She goes into Crude AF's chat and she starts whining about Crude dragging her when Crude wasn't dragging her at all. Frank wasn't dragging her. And she goes into this guy's chat and starts whining about it. You're dragging me. You're dragging me. No, dude. The chat is basically just letting you know that you're an asshole because we've heard you on multiple recordings being an asshole. The chat just doesn't fucking like you. Frank was actually respectful towards her. I wasn't. I wasn't. And I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be respectful to somebody that I don't respect. I'm just not. And you're not going to sit there, because one thing that I fucking hate is when people sit there and they do fucked up shit and then they want to play victim. And then they have the fucking audacity to do it in somebody else's chat. To sit there and try to fucking sad fish in a chat full of 1,000 people when you acted like a fucking piece of shit and an asshole. Like, no, I'm not going to just let you get away with that. I'm just not. I'm not going to just sit there quiet in a chat and watch you do that while taking advantage of the fact that people are trying to be respectful to Crude and not call you out on it. And they're just trying to ignore you. Fuck you. No, I'm not going to just let you do that. I don't care. Like, love your show. I was born and raised in Johnson City, so listening to you is like being back home. I'm not even from here, but I'm glad you enjoy the show. But I'm not even from here. I mean, I live here, you know. I mean, see, and Lisa, that's none of my fucking business. I don't care about any of that. I don't give a shit what her personal life is like. I don't give a shit what her marriage is like. I don't give a shit about any of that. What I do care about is her trying to manipulate 1,000 people. But see, that's the thing is, again, this speaks volumes of the kind of chat that a creator will attract. Okay. See, Crude AF has a very intelligent chat. Burnt Toast has a very intelligent chat. Okay. They attract a certain type of intelligence because they represent and they express a certain type of intelligence. That's what they do. So somebody with a minuscule brain like Cher's is not going to get away with that shit in a chat like Crude's. They're not. Because somebody's going to speak up. Most likely it's going to be me. But most people, because Crude is also a very, very nice, kind guy. Because he is this, okay? Because he's a very nice, kind person and a thoughtful person. Like, it almost made me mad yesterday because he sat there and he apologized for getting heated. He didn't get, I mean, that's not heated. That's not heated. If that's heated, dude, you know what I mean? Like, if that's him heated, yo, I can't wait to see him in a great mood. You know what I mean? Like, that's not heated. Like, and to see him apologize for, you know, feeling heated made me mad because I'm just like, this is like the nicest dude ever. Like, he'll fuck you up if you know what I mean? Verbally, he'll fuck you up if you deserve it. You know, don't mistake that for weakness because that's not the case. There's a reason why he's called Crude AF. There's a reason for that. But it made me mad to see that he felt like he had somehow disrespected his chat in some way when he didn't. There was somebody in his chat Cher was in his chat, and this had nothing to do with the other, but Cher was in his chat, and she's taking advantage of this. She's trying to manipulate the fact that his chat follows his lead. They follow his example, and they treat people with kindness and respect. And I will also do that unless I see somebody trying to take advantage of that in order to sad fish and play victim. Fuck you. No. No. I'm just not going to let you do that. Sorry. Because to me, that's abusive to the whole chat. That's the whole chat that's sitting there and being taken advantage of for being nice and following his example of being a nice person and a decent person. I don't give a fuck. I'll be the asshole. I don't care. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. People end up turning on me and getting all mad because I'm just like, what? You know, it happens all the time. It's happened more than once. So, I mean, like, but watching her in that chat, totally fucking like just whining, dude. I can't believe Frank's dragging me. Frank's dragging me. No, dude, Frank's not fucking dragging you, dude. He was busy dragging MGL. He was busy doing that. And he wasn't even doing it that bad to her. Like, you know what I mean? And then you're going to sit there and play victim and whine. No. Don't be such an asshole and people won't call you out on it. It's just that simple. It's like he was saying yesterday. What we do, and this is the thing, is it's not like we all fucking decided to form a team. You know, that's not what happened here. We saw, oh yeah, hell yeah, burnt toast. He wasn't dragging her. It's like, that's the thing, is these people don't fucking understand, dude. Listen, me, Crude AF, Burnt Toast, we found each other all by accident. Well, I don't know how Burnt Toast and Crude AF started their online friendship. I don't know how that happened, but I know that we just kind of accidentally found each other. I don't even remember exactly how it happened. But make no mistake, it wasn't like we went looking for each other going, hey, I like you and I like you and let's be a team. That didn't fucking happen. What happened was certain people on YouTube were acting like complete and total jackass pieces of shit. And that caught my attention individually. It caught Crude AF's attention. It caught Burnt Toast's attention. And then we found each other. And so we started to support each other. Because we have this one commonality. This one commonality is that we just don't like people abusing their platform and taking advantage of people and exploiting missing kids. We don't like that. I don't like it. They don't like it. So when you have not only, we've been focused mostly on, so when Burnt Toast says something like that in my chat, and she says she wasn't dragging her, but if she comes after Crude, she's going to get dragged. And I promise you, there is plenty of material. There is plenty of material on Cher. Like, she doesn't know what going after somebody, she doesn't know what it's like to be gone after. She has no idea. Yo, and let me tell you, man, being a new big fan of Burnt Toast, I've said it before, man, I hope I never piss her off, dude. You do not want Burnt Toast coming after you, man. You just don't. You just don't. So the best thing for Cher to do is shut the fuck up and stay in her lane, because I almost pity her. I almost pity her because there is plenty on her. Plenty on her. So all she has to do is just shut the fuck up. Stay out of Crude's chat and quit whining. Now, I'm not saying not to stay. I'm not saying to stay out of the chat. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying if you're gonna go in there, don't fucking play victim, because that's not the place to do it. That's not tolerated here. It's not tolerated there. You guys know how I feel about accountability here, folks. You know how I feel about self-awareness, folks. That's also something that the three of us have in common that I'm proud of. These are attributes that people have who are decent people. If somebody asks me basically what I do on YouTube, I talk about true crime cases. Sure, I do. But mostly, I beat up bullies. That's what I do. It's what Burnt Toast does. It's what Crude AF does. We beat up bullies. Virtually speaking. Virtually speaking, we bully the bullies. And I'm fucking damn proud of it.
N-word 18 times, and then you said I took it.
Right.
That's how that went. Don, you're a piece of trash. You're an
The
inspiration.
Mexicans, the cornbread mafia, you know.
Jimmy Hoffa again comes through and says, I'm alive. Listen, the more you throw different versions out there, the more they think they are confusing people. The evil type think they're dumb. No, they think they got that drug addict mentality. Don's been in the criminal system, right? Like, say you're in jail. I mean, okay, say you and I are in the men's jail and you just happen to be a man for right now. Or we could be in the women's jail if this is going to be an issue. I'll pretend to be a woman. I'll use the.
What the fuck is this guy talking about? Why are you specifying whether it's men's jail or women's jail? I'm telling you, dude, that dude's dick is inverted. I'm telling you right now, that dude's dick is inverted. His balls are basically a labia. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know. He looks at himself and he goes, is that a labia or a scrotum? Mom, help. That's what he does. He's just proved it. He just proved it. We got the male's jail or the female's jail. The male's or the female's jail. I don't labia or a scrotum. What do I have here? I don't know.
The bathroom with the superhero on it that are holding hands with both sexes. I don't care.
Just go with it.
I don't even know where I was going with that, but I mean, if you ever need to use the bathroom, I mean, you got a problem with a chick with a deck or something, like, then you just grab the one with the hand being held. At this point, I'm starting to think that Don's been used through this as the pawn, with given enough to where his suspicions, right, will have to put it in Candace's favor. He says to Dr. Phil in the behavior panel, he says that she would never do that. She loves her kids. She'll do anything, but yet she'll like lay them on the hot cement. She'll punish them. She'll she's not a good parent. Like, she doesn't know how to be a parent. She was never parented, right? She was like she was able to run around, be with the carny. He was like running away.
This is a guy who just told his son on a live stream to wax his balls. Talking about parenting, just so you know, just to give you an idea. He's probably jealous of his son. Kid probably came out of the womb and he was like, "Fuck! I totally got shortchanged." His own kid, his own son probably came out of the room and he was just like, "Fuck me, man. God damn it. The fuck is that?" Been jealous of his kid ever since.
Early on, getting in trouble early on, sleeping around early on. This is fact, people. I'm not throwing her under the bus. Candace, you little whore. It's true.
Right? I mean,
I'm not throwing her under the bus,
Yeah, we-
but you're a whore. What? What, dude?
We can't know what the facts are. That's not our problem.
It's been 6 guys since Jose's been gone. 19 guys since Phil's been married. Right? It's like, seriously, it's like she could have had access to Bill the Drunk, the flute player. We got 2 Davids, 18 Dons, including Sherfy and Sherfy Jr. I'm senior and junior, and then we got 2 Andys, right? We got Andrew, the dad of H. Then we got Andy, Jody Sue's Andy, and then we got Jody Sue, which I'm not going to leave out of this too, because somewhere, some way, she knows more. Because I'm not convinced now that all the content she's been able to bring forward with 3 things that she's brought up, like the scream and that she was the first one over there and where she dropped her purse, really the relevancy of anything else, because obviously Dawn and Candace don't like her and she don't like them, just like Allie was mad when she did the interview. Everyone has a vendetta. So we have no stories that are accurate from anybody that is right there centrally located. All we have is a bunch of hussies that are sleeping around with each other and essaying people and trying to.
Where's he getting this information?
Yep, everybody seems to have their own.
Like, do you understand? Because I know everybody in this chat understands how dangerous it is to just throw crazy accusations like that around. It is fucking crazy irresponsible. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Their address is blasted all over YouTube. I've never shared it, but their address is blasted all over YouTube. And like, to just throw this kind of misinformation around in a chat full of a bunch of clearly not so intelligent people who could consist, and it could very well consist of unstable people as well. That's irresponsible and it's fucked up. It's just plain wrong.
Agenda.
Yeah, Cher says, yeah, let me pull this up. She says, confess the truth, Donald.
What a shocker.
Truth.
Look who shows up. Speak of the fucking devil. But who shows up in this asshole's chat commenting and saying, confess the truth, Don? None other than the fucking exorcism of Emily Rose herself. Cher. Like, dude, man, I'm not a big fan of messing with someone's personal appearance. You know, I don't, but there's something, it's like, I feel like she looks like that on purpose. I feel like she makes herself on purpose look like she's the fucking object of a horror movie. Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I saw this dude, Mr. Cher. I saw Mr. Cher was live, and then she was like in the background. And I was like, this is like watching the Blair Witch. She was just there, just like all ominous with her hair. Like, I thought she was going to start fucking vibrating and contorting. You know, like it was fucking weird, man. It was weird. Linda, what's wrong? I'm not possessed. I promise. We're just talking about Cher. I know she's scary. I know. It's okay. That's what I thought was going to happen. I thought she was just going to start like fucking contorting, you know? Just take a piss on the floor. Like, do you know what she did, your cunting daughter?
Absolutely, Donald. Absolutely. Do me a favor. Come on my panel. Tell me you give me a virtual rub on my shoulders, Donnie. And absolutely just confess.
Tell on Candace, Don. You sourpuss. You hussy. Candace, guess what? Your time's short, just like your hair. and your
And
mom's
that's
there.
what I can't figure out why they're
What,
not
JoJo?
telling on each other. They all hate each other, so what's keeping them together? I don't. Is
Well,
it the drugs, the
there's that
alcohol?
that's the super secret. We could call it maybe Rosemary Blyer, call it what you will. There's something damning over all their heads.
Yeah.
Who's got what on who? I don't know.
All right. Shut up, stupid. So, what, JoJo? That's Jolene. So, this dude is over here acting like he's saying there's something damning over their heads, right? Like, you don't think these people would have, like, if they hate each other so much, they would have, you know what I mean? And I don't doubt that these people, I mean, it's clear that they don't get along. They have problems. Like, I get it. But they would have, somebody would have thrown somebody under the bus by now. You know what I'm saying? If they did something, this is what they're refusing to pay any attention to or acknowledge. Any common sense would dictate this. That somebody would have ratted the other out by now. It's been almost 8 months. It's been almost 8 months. Somebody would have thrown somebody under the bus by now. For sure. Like, has it been exactly 8 months? Has it been 8 months? I don't even know what the date is today. No, it hasn't been 8 months. It's almost 8 months. It's only the 6th. Yeah, dude. I can't even talk about Cher without the dogs getting uneasy. You see what I'm saying? I brought up Cher and Jolie just because the dogs get weirded out. Like, stop saying her name. Yes, they did. As a matter of fact, they did pass polygraph. They know, bro. I'm telling you. They know, Trudy. They know. And yes, grandma passed the polygraph as well. $500. Like, does he fucking understand that there's already a reward fund for summer? There already is one. Why the fuck are they going to go to him for $500 when they could go to? Let me look into that real quick. Let's look into that just for a second. The reward for Summer Wells is at $73,705. Okay? $73,705. Okay? That's what the actual reward is for information that leads to that case being closed. $73,705, people. And then this dude's like, hey, I got $500. Somebody want to tell me something? $500. No, dude. Who gives a fuck about you? Oh, does he have a video? Let's see. Guys, this is Jonathan Lee Riches. This is JLR, aka JLR. Fucking moron. Oh, there it was. Hold on.
Fiverr freelancers handle all my video editing.
Jonathan Lee Riches, aka JLR, 6-year-old Summer Wells has been missing since.
How did this guy manage to blow people in prison with a mouth like that? His mouth is tiny, bro. Look at this guy's fucking mouth. Because that's the only reason that I can imagine that he got out of prison alive. That's the only thing. Katie Byrne, welcome. That's all I can imagine. How did this dude survive prison? Because he kissed a lot of dicks. But I imagine that's all he could have done. You know what I mean?
June 15th, 2021. Where is Summer Wells? We all know there's a $74,000 reward.
No, he doesn't have background music. He's loitering somewhere is what he's doing. He's loitering somewhere that's playing background music.
Out for any information that can lead to the finding of Summer Wells, or if anyone finds Summer Wells. What we do also know that fund, that $74,000 fund, might expire on the 1-year anniversary of when Summer Wells went missing.
That it doesn't happen, jackass. That doesn't happen. No. A child doesn't go missing for a year and then they go, up, reward expired. Sorry, that doesn't fucking happen. Shut the fuck up, idiot. So I love it. So this dude's answer is basically he's going, okay, guys, this is Jonathan Lee Riches, aka JLR. So after a year of Summer Wells being missing, then that $73,000 reward probably is going to expire. But don't worry, guys, because I got a $500 purse to match it. What?
15th, 2022. It might expire. They could extend it. Who knows? We don't know if there's restrictions on that reward money, but I can tell you what, today I am pledging $500 of my own money for any information that leads to where Summer Wells is. You have
I can't believe I was right.
You provide it to law enforcement, me.
I can't believe that I was right. That's exactly what he's doing right here. He's acting like his $500 is something to fucking be like, oh, 73,000? Fuck that. I want that 500. What?
Volunteers, search and rescue, anyone, and they find Summer Wells based off the information that you gave, you will get $500 right here from me. Or if you find Summer Wells, I will pledge $500 of my own.
Hey, is this Jonathan Lee Riches? Yeah, this is JLR. Well, I'm calling about that $500 because that sounds way better than that 73,000 because I can't math.
Money. And you can call me out on it when Summer Wells is found. Come find me. I'm very accessible. I can provide, you just comment on my post, reach out to me via email, send me a message on Twitter, Facebook. And if the information that you gave found Summer Wells, leads to where Summer Wells is found, I will give you $500 of my own money. It's a small pledge, but I feel like it could help make a difference, right? I'm just doing my part. And I challenge and encourage other people out there to also donate, to help. Because money talks. Money does talk sometimes. Let's find Summer Wells. It's been long enough. It's been long enough. Let's put this to an end. You know,
dude, I can't take this guy seriously, dude.
However that works with the other reward.
Who takes this guy seriously?
That's their business. But for me, if you got the information that leads to Summer Wells, and Summer Wells is found, based off the information that you provided, you get $500 from me. So there you go. You want $500 from me? There you go. Where's Summer Wells? Where is Summer Wells? Stay safe, everyone. Summer Wells needs to be found. God bless.
File your taxes free, your way. Do it yourself, free. Get unlimited.
There you have it, folks. If you guys want a cool part-time paycheck from McDonald's for finding a missing child, okay, all you got to do is contact that fucking dipshit. You guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys for everything. Make sure to hit the like button on this, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for all your super chats and your everybody's become a new member. I really appreciate it. Just take a second, hit that like on your way out. I appreciate it. I love you guys. We will do this again very soon, my friends, but make sure that in the next 15 minutes, guys, we're doing a crude raid. Make sure to go to Crude AF because he's got one starting at 3:30. So just 15 minutes from now. Guys, I love you. We'll do this again soon.